Welcome to our channel. Today we're talking about something you probably didn't expect. Did you know a former US president is actually banned from entering an entire country? Sounds like a movie plot, but it's 100% real. From Europe to Asia, and even the Middle East and Latin America, some countries have put American presidents on a no-go list. They can't visit, and in some places they could even be arrested if they try to enter. But why? Is it politics, revenge, or something even more surprising? We're counting down 10 countries that have banned US presidents, and wait until you hear who's number one. It will shock you. Stay with us. Some of these countries might surprise you. Number 10, Russia. Russia has always had a rocky relationship with the United States, but in 2022, things took a dramatic and shocking turn. Vladimir Putin officially banned President Joe Biden from entering the country, labeling him a persona non grata. But here's the twist. Biden isn't the only one on Russia's blacklist. Before him, George W. Bush and Barack Obama were also effectively banned from Russian soil. The reasons? Diplomatic clashes, military conflicts, and what Moscow calls Western interference. Russia's long-standing suspicion of US leaders goes back decades, back to the Cold War era, when it was nearly impossible for American presidents to set foot in Russia. But in recent years, this has escalated into a bold power move by Russia, signaling exactly where it stands in global conflicts. The question now is, could Donald Trump be next on this list? Or will he be treated differently? Maybe even welcomed back with open arms? Things are about to get even crazier, so keep watching, because the biggest shock is yet to come. Number 9. China doesn't make loud threats. It acts quietly, but with deadly precision. That's exactly what happened to Donald Trump after he declared a trade war on China, called COVID-19 the China virus, and tried to ban TikTok. Beijing decided to hit back in a way no one expected. Trump is now secretly banned from entering China. Unlike Russia, which publicly blacklisted US presidents, China never officially announced Trump's ban. But inside sources from the Chinese Communist Party have revealed something chilling. If Trump ever sets foot in China, he could be arrested. Why? China accuses him of economic crimes and has even hinted at espionage charges. What's even more startling is that while Trump is banned, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and George W. Bush are still allowed to enter China. So what makes Trump different? Is this about politics, revenge, or something far bigger? One thing is clear, when China moves, it moves with power, and this is just the beginning. Number 8, Iran. When it comes to banning US presidents, Iran doesn't just close its doors, it issues death threats. Unlike other countries that simply refuse entry, Iran has gone to terrifying extremes, even calling for the assassination of a former American leader. The biggest target? Donald Trump. In 2020, he ordered a drone strike that killed top Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Iran called this an act of terrorism and immediately declared Trump an international criminal. They took their outrage global by demanding his arrest through Interpol, and some Iranian officials even suggested that Trump's assassination would be justified. Trump isn't the only one on Iran's blacklist. George W. Bush is permanently banned as well, due to the 2003 US invasion of Iraq, which Iran saw as an illegal attack on the region. Would Iran actually capture or execute a US president if given the chance? No one knows. But one thing is certain, any American leader who steps into Iran is taking the ultimate risk. Number 7, Venezuela. Venezuela isn't just refusing entry to American presidents. They see them as enemies of the state. Under Hugo Chavez and later Nicolas Maduro, the country officially banned multiple US leaders, including George W. Bush and Donald Trump. Why such extreme action? Venezuela accuses the US of trying to overthrow its government. Maduro even went as far as calling Trump a mad emperor and accused him of secretly planning a military invasion. In response, Trump slapped Venezuela with crushing economic sanctions, triggering one of the worst financial crises in the country's history. Food shortages, soaring inflation, and mass protests followed, deepening the hatred toward US leaders. Today, any American president is seen as a serious threat in Venezuela. Could future leaders restore relations, or is Venezuela's blacklist permanent? One thing's for sure, any U.S. president stepping foot there would be walking straight into danger. Number 6. Nicaragua. One of the most unexpected bans on this list comes from Nicaragua. In 2022, the country made a bold move by officially banning U.S. President Joe Biden. It all started when Biden imposed severe sanctions after Nicaragua's highly controversial elections. The U.S. accused President Daniel Ortega of rigging votes and cracking down on opposition leaders. Ortega fired back, calling Biden a colonizer and taking extreme action by banning him from entering Nicaragua forever. But wait, it gets crazier. Ortega didn't stop at Biden. He banned Biden's entire administration, including top officials, diplomats, and advisors, from setting foot in Nicaragua. This rare show of defiance from a smaller country against a superpower shocked the world. Will Biden fight back, or will this ban remain for years to come? One thing's certain, Biden is not welcome in Nicaragua. Number 5. Pakistan. Here's a ban many people don't know about. Pakistan secretly blacklisted Barack Obama. Why? It all goes back to 2011, when U.S. forces launched a top-secret operation inside Pakistan to kill Osama bin Laden. The mission was a success, but Pakistan's government had no idea it was happening. When the world found out American troops had entered Pakistan without permission, it caused an international firestorm. Pakistani leaders were furious, calling it a massive violation of their sovereignty. But it didn't stop there. Obama's administration continued drone strikes on Pakistani soil, sparking even more outrage. As a result, Pakistan quietly banned Obama. While never officially announced, sources claim if Obama tries to enter Pakistan, he would be stopped immediately and possibly declared a security threat. Will Pakistan ever lift the ban? Or is Obama blacklisted forever? One thing's clear, he won't be stepping into Pakistan anytime soon. Number 4. Cuba. Many think the Cold War is history, but for Cuba, it never really ended. Even though Barack Obama tried to rebuild relations with Cuba, 2 U.S. presidents remain banned: George W. Bush and Donald Trump. Why? Cuba accuses them of economic terrorism. Both Bush and Trump hit Cuba with harsh sanctions, cutting off trade and isolating the country. The Cuban government claims these actions crippled their economy and made life much harder for their people. When Obama tried to ease restrictions, many hoped the two countries would finally put differences aside. But Trump reversed those policies, tightened the embargo, and shut the door on Cuba once again. This left Cuba furious, and they quickly reinstated their ban on U.S. leaders. Will future presidents be allowed back, or will Cuba's blacklist remain forever? One thing's certain, Bush and Trump won't be vacationing in Havana anytime soon. Number 3. Sudan. Imagine being banned from an entire country because of war, bombs, and secret military attacks. That's exactly what happened to Bill Clinton and George W. Bush in Sudan. It all started in 1998 when Clinton ordered missile strikes on a pharmaceutical factory in Sudan, claiming the site was linked to Al-Qaeda. Sudan strongly denied this, and the attack left them furious. The government accused Clinton of war crimes and quickly blacklisted him, banning him from ever stepping foot there again. But it didn't stop there. George W. Bush was also banned due to his involvement during Sudan's deadly civil conflicts. Sudan accused Bush of meddling in their affairs and supporting rebel groups, worsening tensions. For years, Sudan was labeled a terrorist state by the U.S. But Sudan flipped the narrative, branding American presidents as the real villains. Now both Clinton and Bush remain permanently banned. Will the ban ever be lifted? Only time will tell. Number 2, North Korea. If there's one country where U.S. presidents are all but guaranteed to be banned, it's North Korea. This secretive, heavily controlled nation has zero tolerance for American leaders. Nearly every modern U.S. president has been banned from setting foot in North Korea. Here's the shocking part. Donald Trump actually became the first sitting U.S. president to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in 2019. Sounds like progress, right? Not really. Even though they shook hands and had a historic meeting, Trump was still technically banned. Why? Because North Korea sees all U.S. presidents as enemies. This is a country where people have been publicly executed just for watching American movies. If they punish their own citizens for something so small, imagine what they think of American presidents who openly criticize their government. North Korea doesn't just ban U.S. leaders, they use propaganda to make them look like villains. Will any future president ever be welcome there? Highly unlikely, at least as long as tensions remain high. Number 1. Iraq. And finally, the most shocking ban comes from Iraq. This country has blacklisted not one, not two, but three U.S. presidents. After the 2003 invasion of Iraq, George W. Bush was officially labeled a war criminal. But the ban didn't stop there. Barack Obama and Donald Trump were also banned for their roles in military actions, drone strikes, and ongoing conflicts. For many Iraqis, the U.S. invasion remains one of the darkest moments in history. Cities were destroyed. Thousands of lives were lost. The effects of war are still painfully felt today. This is why any American president trying to step into Iraq would likely be met with mass protests and outrage. Is this just the beginning? With tensions rising and more U.S. leaders being banned than ever before, what does this mean for the future? Will even more countries blacklist future American presidents? What do you think? Are these bans justified or just political theater? If this list shocked you, hit that like button and comment below. Which country surprised you the most? Don't forget to subscribe for more explosive content like this.